We have been doing a chakra series, and today we're talking about the fourth chakra, which is the heart center. We've gone from first to second to third, and now the fourth. This is the place of integration. One of the symbols of this chakra is a triangle pointed up and a triangle pointed down. This represents the two lines of energy that run course through the body. The energy moving upstream is for spiritual enlightenment and liberation, and the energy moving downstream is about our connection to the earth and this physical plane. So the heart center is actually called Anahata. Anahata means unhurt, unstruck, and unbroken. It's our ego here that resides at the abdomen that can feel brokenhearted, that can feel hurt when things don't go our way, when we feel betrayed, when we've had a breakup, and obviously when there's been a death of a loved one. In Chinese medicine, they say we hold grief in the lungs. And I have actually seen students going through this and then having issues with the respiratory system after. I have seen couples who have lost a partner due to heart attacks or heart failure. And then within a year, either they're following them or they're getting a stent in their own heart, or they're having issues with their heart because being grief-stricken. We actually just saw something horrific on the news, and it was from Michigan State University, where a gunman, 43 years old, had come in and shot a few people. Now, what we didn't know at the time, and what we've discovered since then, is that this was a man who lived with his parents. He worked and came home and played video games. He was extremely tight with his mother, but he had lost his mother, and he went down a rabbit hole of grief, of sadness, bitterness, and anger. So you can see how that energy moved down and festered in the emotional body. He became so enraged, he took it out on other people. So it's really, really important when we're dealing with divorce or death that we take care and nurture ourselves, and we go through the process of healing, but also dropping into the heart, which is said to be the seat of the soul. And the soul is whole, and the soul is infinite. And we can remember and recognize when we tap into this center, we can connect back to God, we can connect back to our higher self. We can even connect to the spiritual realm. We can even notice when we're present in the moment, certain signs from loved ones, or maybe be reminded of them to know that they're only gone physically. They're still alive and well, just in another plane. So the love that we hold in our hearts can be infinite, like an infinite well of love that can constantly spring up over and over again. Think about relationships you've had. It is possible. I have firsthand experience where you can fall in love again and again and again. It's a beautiful thing. Compassion, empathy, gratitude, devotion, serenity, balance. All of this stems from the heart. Acceptance, tolerance. These are the positive attributes. So with the heart chakra, the sacred truth is love is divine power. Self-love is an essential ingredient to the divine power of love. And the great Jimi Hendrix once said, when the power of love can overcome the love of power, the world will know peace. And this is where we're headed, you guys. This is where we're going. We've been stuck in these lower three fields for a long time in the patriarchal age. As we move into the new earth, we're moving upstream, we're moving up Jacob's ladder, we're moving up in the evolutional chain. We're moving towards this spiritual place where we can practice unity consciousness. When the masculine and the feminine meet at the heart, that's when we're unified. When the body can connect with the soul, that's when we feel unified. When the physical meets the spiritual, that's when we feel unified. One symbol that you could, perhaps exchange with the heart center or the typical chakra symbol is the yin-yang symbol. Look how perfectly the masculine and the feminine come together in harmony, in balance. Shiva, divine intelligence, is said to reside here. Shakti, life force energy, the feminine, is said to reside here. When one comes up, one comes down, they can meet, merge, and marry at the heart. When we do our breath work, the element here is air. So breathing meditations are a great way to drop out of your head, and not only into your body, but into your heart, so that we can operate and speak and act from this place. It's really important. All the distractions that we have in life, and when our mind gets hyperactive, it's really hard to be in this space. But it's a beautiful place to be. Beauty and art stem from the heart because we're co-creating in life. This is the center of creativity. This is the center we express. This is the place of co-creation. So what are we co-creating for ourselves? What's the ripple effect that we're putting out into the world? Where do we want to be in the world, and what do we want the world to become? Remember, it begins with thought, it moves into word, feeds into action, and therefore life is our palette. What is our masterpiece going to be? Let's see, what else can I say about the heart chakra? The planet that rules over this center is Venus. Venus is the planet of love and friendship and kindness and serenity. And there's different schools of thought that think different things about the Hindu deity that resides here. I would go with the school of thought for Hanuman. This is Hanuman here. He represents total devotion. There's many stories about Hanuman, and there's one where he's even ripping open his chest to reveal the heart, and you see Ram and Sita, who is severely devoted to, and that represents the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Think about in Christianity, the heart is so important. I think in Catholicism, they talk about the sacred heart of Christ. And we talk about the body of the church being the bride of Christ, right? That is the masculine and the feminine coming together at the heart. So it's a really important chakra. The color is green, and the higher heart is pink. I think I've said enough. Stay in your heart, connect to your heart, breathe into your heart, and remember, a simple exercise you can do is placing your hands here, taking some deep breaths, and maybe doing that for 3 minutes, because it's been shown 3 minutes of deep breathing, resting the hands here, can sustain us for 6 hours in our day. That's not a lot to remember to do. If you could do it in the morning, it would take you through the first 6 hours. If you could remember to do it maybe after lunch, it could sustain you for the next 6 hours. If you do this before you go to bed, it can even move over into the evening, into your dream time. Let's work on this together. And if you're interested in learning more about experiential meditations for the chakras, Allison and I from Awakening Soul Truth are going to be doing a chakra healing day meditations at Penuel Ridge in Ashland City, Tennessee on the west side of Nashville on March the 12th, 2023. We hope you can join us. Namaste.